I just sent the link in the chat in case you guys wanted to like drop it anywhere also. All right, who's ready? All right, so hello and welcome everyone to the Nayyar Kapur New Play Festival. We are so excited to be able to finally share this with you since it has been a very long time coming. This workshop process has been so much fun and I am so proud of everything that they have been able to come up with. In the description, you can see that there is a link to the program so you can see everyone who is involved in the process. But again, I would love to thank every single one of you guys for being a part of this. And before we begin the show, we do have two designer presentations for you. One is by our set designer, Chloe Prem, and the other one is by our costume designer, Emma Balk. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn off my camera. You can go ahead, feel free to take it away, and then you'll hear from me afterwards. So go ahead, guys.
All right. So I am trying to share my screen. There we go. All right. Hi, I'm Chloe. I was the set designer for the Optimist. This is just a little presentation I have real quick with some inspiration, colors, and my scenic drawing. So first, these are some plays and some different sets that I gathered some inspiration from, as well as the election, which I was unable to find pictures from, but it was a production that I was a part of a couple years ago. Company, The Fall of Heaven. I wanted to keep it kind of minimalist, but with distinct scenes and distinct colors that were tied to each scene, each character, and the characters' relationships to one another. So that's just kind of the motifs I wanted to um, have in the set and in the spaces. But I didn't want those spaces to feel too restricting. I wanted it to be pretty open throughout. So that's why all of the stages were kind of minimalist. The color palette, I wanted it to be kind of natural, but uh, generally kind of warm, especially for Colleen. Her color palette was definitely a lot more warm, but uh, with slight influences from Marisol in blue hues and but Marisol definitely had more of a grayscale neutral, and with blues as well, with pinks and reds for both of them when they were kind of in conflict, and browns, like brown tone reds, for the conflict. Um, and this finally is my scenic drawing. What you see is a triangular rotating platform that would kind of be center stage. Uh, the movement, uh, it would be mostly kind of small, so movement wouldn't be restricted to the set itself. The first the first place is the stage. So that's the brick wall with the microphone and stool. Then you have the bedroom, uh, where you see kind of juxtaposed influences of Marisol and Colleen. And then sharing the other side is the grocery store and the bar with that set piece just kind of being turned. On one side, it's a self checkout with a light, like a self checkout kind of grocery store light. Um, uh, Coming on, and bar stools for when it's the bar. Yeah, and yeah, you can definitely see the influence of the different hues and everything there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the scenic design.
Hi, everybody. This is Emma. I'm the costume designer. I decided to go along the route. Um, I designed the costumes for the Optimist, and here we go. Uh, there we go. So I wanted to do Colleen almost as a modern Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. In the first episode, you kind of see her come in and she does her best comedy when she is a mess because that is kind of who she is as a person. So I really wanted to enhance that with Colleen's character. I was very inspired by a lot of different female comedians, such as Lana Glazer and Taylor Tomlinson. And as you can see, Taylor Tomlinson here is wearing a graphic. So I wanted to kind of include that influence. So when I went into Colleen's drawings, I really wanted her to be in a jumpsuit, almost like in a pair of overalls, because it was an easy thing for her to slip on while she looks really put together, but she's kind of still a mess. And I wanted to make sure she had a graphic because she's kind of quirky. She's that girl who, thought she was funny in high school and that way. And so I really wanted to include that in her. So her design, it looks like this. It's kind of a denim overalls with a nice top that's striped, that's very different colors. She's not afraid of color and she's not afraid to like stand out because she threw those things on and she's like walking out the door, but she still somehow looks put together. Yeah, so that's Colleen. Next we have Marisol, and Marisol is she just takes she takes nothing from anyone else. So I wanted her to enable like a really strong woman. So I took a lot of inspiration from Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine because she just is herself. And so I wanted to make sure to include from her and from the show Good Trouble. As you can see on the left here, she has a really great jacket. So I wanted to have like her in just like a really comfortable outfit that she threw together and she looks incredible with, and she doesn't even have to try. So I wanted to include a lot of different graphics for her. I wanted to keep in a lot of dark tones, very simplistic, just because she knows she looks good. She threw anything she had together, but she still like knows she looks good and she's very confident about it, which is kind of the difference between Marisol and Colleen. So her outfit encompasses a leather jacket, a navy graphic tee, and then striped pants that really just are really cool and fringed at the bottom with some sandals, just to kind of, she threw everything in together. She has a look out of it. Next, we have the man in the show. I wanted to take a lot of inspiration from him just kind of being like kind of narcissistic, kind of annoying, that guy who you just don't like. He's just irritating. And I wanted to take some inspiration from Gary from A Million Little Things, because he is somehow still lovable and he has a lot of layers, which I really liked about his character and his costuming. So I took that into man's costuming consideration, and I wanted him to have a jacket. I wanted him to throw everything together, be that guy who's sitting in the back of the room but is still shouting nonsense at you. So his look is a black jacket on top of a green button down over a light gray t-shirt. It's very anonymous, it's very simplistic, but yet it says so much about him. Also, he's wearing a baseball hat and some jeans and then some simple black shoes, and those are the costumes for the Optimist.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Emma and Chloe. We appreciate and love every single thing that you guys came up with. But for the moment that we've all been waiting for, we are going to go ahead and start the production. Please note that this is a stage reading, so there will be actors that are on book, and there will be stage directions being read throughout the production. This does run about 40 to 45 minutes, and it does contain mild language. During the production, you can feel free to comment below in the live chat any of the things that you're kind of thinking of that pop into your head. And you can feel free to leave your feedback on the Google form that is also in the description. So thank you guys so much again for coming out. And without further ado, I present The Optimist by Nicole Modershed.
Nowadays. Lights Up, a low-key comedy bar in downtown LA. The stage is relatively empty except for a black bar stool and a microphone stand that are downstage center. There's a simple white spotlight showing the exposed brick wall and a few unobstructed cables running along the floor. Colleen speaks into a microphone and drinks from an Almanac Farmer's Blackberry Reserve. None of the bar patrons are visible, and thus it can be assumed that the actual audience is playing the role of the audience. A man is seated among the actual audience.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm Colleen Turner, and it's great to be here again. So, 24 years ago, after 16 hours of labor, a fact that I'm far too often reminded of, Jodie Turner squeezed a 9.8-pound human sausage link out of her vagina and into the world. And it's been downhill ever since.
She pauses for laughs that don't come.
I'm not saying I've had a bad life, I'm just saying that, I don't know how many former childhood doomsday preppers you've come across, but we tend to look at the world through gray-colored glasses.
Light shift. Colleen is cut off by a woman. It's a memory, or maybe a voice in her head.
Colleen, just stop. You're trying too hard to be funny.
Wow, okay, been holding on to that one for...
Hey, lady, either shit or get off the pot.
Light shift. Colleen snaps back to reality.
What? Sorry, so, Jodie, 16 hours, vagina, sausage, me. 7 years later, my mother and I were living in this apartment in Crenshaw that smelled very distinctly of old lady perfume and death. And I had this 4-poster wooden bed with creepy cherub faces carved on the headboard. And for some reason, I had this idea that the Pacific Ocean was going to flood the entire state of California, destroying everyone and everything in its path, except for that bed and me, the lone survivor. So naturally, I gathered all of the essentials. My Scooby-Doo tracksuit, 6 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of underwear, the timeless classic Freckle Juice, my metallic red Nintendo DS, and every DS game I owned, a photo of my best friend Jack's pug Beetlejuice, and half-eaten tube of salt and vinegar Pringles. And then I shoved them all into my Powerpuff Girls backpack, and I camped out on my bed for 6 hours straight. Apocalypse who, bitch?
God, how do you drink that crap?
Light shift. We are catapulted back in time, 2 years. A bar slides on stage with several bar stools. Marisol sits at one end of the bar nursing a gin martini with olives. She is direct and flirtatious. Colleen settles into the flashback. She sits at the other end of the bar, casually drinking and making notes on a bar napkin.
Sorry?
Your drink. It tastes like a rusty spoon.
Whoa. Don't diss my drink, lady. Them's fightin' words.
It's a good thing you're cute because that was just embarrassing.
Oh, that's... Are you,
She gestures off stage in the direction that the microphone and stool have disappeared, as if to say, a comedian?
Oh God, no! I'm not a masochist, so.
Here. So, sorry, what did you say your name was?
I didn't. It's Marisol,
Marisol, that's, sunflower, right?
Lady of Solitude.
Oh, shit, mood. So, Lady of Solitude, are you here with someone, or?
Pretty sure I'm here with you right now, so.
That's...
No, I'm not here with anyone.
Lights shift. Marisol speaks but can't be heard. Colleen picks up a handheld microphone from behind the bar and turns toward the audience. She walks around the bar toward the front of the stage as the scene shifts behind her.
Nowadays, Colleen shakes away the remnants of the flashback, then begins talking into the microphone once again.
In 8th grade, before I had figured out that I was, in fact, gay as fuck, I was dating this boy, David Lamont.
You suck!
And David and I were at that point in our relationship where we were posting these 4-frame photo booth pictures on each other's Facebooks with lowercase I heart you as the caption, and playfully telling each other, "You're so salty," as if that were clever. And this one time, we were at a movie, seeing the cinematic masterpiece, Paul Blart Mall Cop, when David leans over to kiss me.
Light shift.
So, Lady of Solitude, are you here with someone, or?
So we're going at it, and it's my first kiss. So I'm just sort of wiggling my face around, and my hands are glued at my sides like a stubborn penguin, and David pulls away.
All I do is support you. I mean, just look at yourself.
Stop.
You're a fucking disaster.
Colleen shakes the voice away. Light shift.
David pulls away, and he looks me dead in the eyes, and he says to me, as if this was the most romantic phrase that has ever passed between human lips, he says to me, "That wasn't salty at all."
You call that a punchline? Classic female comedian.
You want to get up here and say that? No? Well, then maybe shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
The man gets up from the audience and starts to exit through the back of the house.
Oh, come on! Floor's yours, buddy! Dazzle us with your wit!
I got nothing to prove to you, bitch.
What did you call me?
Try not to get too emotional.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
period
Fuck
or
you.
something.
You need to grow the fuck up!
Suck a dick.
Man exits the theater.
Real fucking mature, asswipe!
Lights shift. We flash back 2 months. A self-checkout station slides on stage. Marisol follows, pushing a shopping cart filled with groceries. She starts to scan the items. Colleen circles around and leans lazily on the shopping cart's push rail, her mind wandering.
That's your thinking face. What are you thinking?
Well, what if instead of whitewater rafting, it was horseback riding?
We've never even been horseback riding.
Oh, don't ruin my joke with facts. It's funnier with horses. Ooh, and no bras.
Colleen, just stop. You're trying too hard to be funny.
Wow, okay, been holding on to that one for a while.
Don't make this a thing.
I'm not making it anything.
Okay.
Okay?
Marisol continues to scan the groceries in silence. Colleen sulks.
You're right. It is funnier with horses.
Right?
Okay, well, we should try it sometime. Horseback riding.
100%. Although, don't you think it'd be kind of painful, all the...
She mimes an invisible horse pounding against her inner thighs.
You could talk about it in your act.
Yeah, sure, we should go.
Only if you want to, though. I don't want to force
No,
you.
I said we should go, so we should go.
Okay, forget about it. It was a stupid idea.
No, you want to go.
Oh, you don't.
Fine, then we won't.
She is cut off by the checkout machine that plays an automated voice saying,
Please remove item from the bagging area. Please remove item from the bagging area. Please remove
There's nothing in the bagging area, you fucking robot cashier!
Fine, let me just...
Fucking hell!
Marisol takes a grocery bag out of the cart and places it into the bagging area, then takes it off again and the machine stops.
It's not funny.
You're right. It's not. Hey, knock knock. I said knock knock.
Who's there?
Olive.
No way.
Come on, finish the joke. Olive.
This is stupid.
Olive.
Olive who?
Oh, well, I love you too.
Hated that.
She did not. Lights shift. Colleen takes a microphone out of the shopping cart. Marisol pushes the car off stage while Colleen returns to present day.
Light shift. Nowadays, Colleen takes a swig of beer and tries to shrug off man.
Y'all, that was rough. I can't even remember what comes next in the act.
Lights shift. 1 month ago, a bed slides on stage. Colleen sits on the edge of the bed and hides the mic under the pillow. She aggressively starts scrolling through her phone. Marisol enters and climbs onto the bed behind Colleen.
It really wasn't that bad.
Oh no, it most definitely was. That, babe, is what we in the business call bombing.
Marisol moves Colleen's hair to one side and starts kissing her neck.
Is that what they say in the business?
Yes, they do.
Marisol gently turns Colleen's head to face her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Marisol tries to kiss Colleen, but Colleen pulls away.
They were a shit audience.
They were a shit audience. Like, why go to a comedy show if you're just gonna sit there with a stick up your ass and not laugh at anything? It's bullshit.
You gonna cry about it?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Are you?
Yes, I am. See those? Tears.
Where? Let me see.
Not a chance.
I think you're full of shit.
Oh, shut up. This is your fault anyway.
Is it now?
Yes. You are like a bad luck charm.
A bad luck charm.
Yes, ma'am.
And how does that work exactly?
You make me nervous.
I make you nervous?
Well, yes, because you're all,
What?
I don't know.
Say it.
It.
Colleen,
What?
just say it.
You're fun, sir.
A what?
Colleen face plants onto the bed.
Nothing, never mind.
Colleen Allison Turner, just tell me what you said.
Fine, I said you're a fun suck.
You're a fun suck. What does that even mean?
What does it sound like? You're all, hi, I'm Marisol. I have a real job, and jokes about our sex life aren't funny.
There is a moment of silence. Then Marisol picks up a pillow and whacks Colleen with it.
Hey!
You are an asshole, and I'm not a fun suck.
Marisol keeps hitting Colleen with the pillow, and Colleen tries to wrestle it out of her hands.
I'm sorry, I take it back. Truce.
Suddenly, Marisol stands and walks across the room.
What are you doing?
I am proving you wrong.
Oh, dear Lord.
Hi, everybody. I'm Colleen Turner. How are we all doing tonight?
I am not going to dignify that with a response.
Except that was a response, so point for me. Let's try that again. I said, how are we all doing tonight?
Bad! We're doing bad!
You feel like laughing?
No.
Good, because you probably won't.
Oh, so cruel.
Hey, a randomly selected audience member. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Okay, you sound nothing like me, by the way.
Because the comedian here sucks, so the chicken went to the bar across the street instead. Oh shit.
I hate you, and I'm going to bed. Turn the light off when you're finished.
Colleen puts a pillow over her face.
Fine. I'll stop. Colleen.
I'm sleeping.
Oh, right, of course. Well, then you won't get the chance to hear my real act. Me, Marisol Reyes, live and in person. You really want to miss that? Colleen.
Colleen fake snores. Marisol moves closer to her.
Okay, well, first I introduce myself, and the audience is like, damn, she cute. Okay. And then I'll tell them a little bit about my childhood, and my parents definitely and relatably fucked me up. And then I'll tell them about my girlfriend. Funny story. She's a comedian, but anyways, this girl is just about the best person that I know, one of those pretty without even trying types. Great ass. And she's smart. Well, most of the time she's smart when she's not being a stupid idiot.
Hey!
Oh, hey there, Sleeping Beauty. How's your nap?
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, you woke up in time for the best part.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's the part where I tell the audience that my girlfriend is fucking funny. How no matter how shitty my day is or how much my boss sucks, she can always find a way to make me laugh. It's my favorite thing about her.
I hate to break it to you, babe, but, your set isn't very funny.
Fuck you!
Like right now? Yeah, okay, let's go.
Oh, that was terrible. No wonder you bombed.
As Marisol leans in to kiss Colleen, but Colleen pulls out the microphone.
Light shift. Nowadays, Colleen watches Marisol disappear into the wings as she settles back into reality.
My friend and I were horseback riding, and, shit, I guess it was my ex-girlfriend. That would be the appropriate term. Aha, first time saying that out loud. Didn't love that. Yeah, so horses with my now ex-girlfriend.
Light shift.
No, I'm not here with anyone.
Colleen is unresponsive, staring blankly, the light shift.
God, those words sound so fucking weird. Like not real. I'm sorry, it's really warm up here, and I just keep expecting that fucking asshole to come back and shout at me. Like what the fuck was that? Who even... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You came here to watch comedy, so I'm going to do that starting right now.
Light shift.
We flash back 1 week to the interior of a mediocre apartment. Colleen changes into a large t-shirt. She lays upside down on the couch with her pantsless legs dangling over the back cushion, and her hair brushing against the floor. Her laptop is sitting on her stomach. She types nonsense into the open document, then gives up.
That's it. I give up. Hello, Mayday! Brain ship is sinking!
Marisol enters brushing her teeth. She is wearing high-waisted, wide-legged pants and a bra.
What is your problem?
Everything.
Great. Are you planning on getting dressed today, or?
Yeah. I know. Brunch. I'm getting there.
Now, please. I don't want to
Marisol
give him.
continues to talk as she walks off stage back into what we assume is the bathroom.
I don't want to give him any more reason to patronize me. God, he's such a dick.
Colleen is checked out and is typing and deleting on repeat.
Hey, what's funnier, sausage links or the Michelin Man?
Are you getting dressed?
Yes.
She is not.
Michelin Man.
Colleen types a few words, then reads back what she wrote silently. If the audience has any adept lip readers, they will notice she is writing an early draft of her opening monologue. She hates it, deletes what she added, and replaces Michelin Man with sausage. She starts to reread it when Marisol re-enters, now fully clothed, purse in hand.
Cole, what are you doing?
Shit, sorry.
She puts her laptop on the floor and starts to look for her pants.
You know what? Don't bother. I'm leaving.
No, 3 minutes. It's all good.
I don't have time for this. I mean, when was the last time that you brushed your hair?
Unclear, but it's fine. Bedhead's the new black.
You're not funny.
Touchy.
I'm serious, Cole. This is my career. It's not some hobby.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You know what?
No, I don't think I do.
Colleen, I have to go.
What did you mean? Are you saying comedy's just a hobby for me?
I didn't mean that.
But that's what you're saying, isn't it?
No, I don't have time for this.
For what? For me and my stupid little hobby?
You said it, not me.
Don't do that.
You said it, not me.
You're supposed to support me.
All I do is support you. Look at yourself. You're a fucking disaster. I'm trying really hard not to be the bitchy girlfriend who wants you to settle down and trample all over your creative quirkiness, but I'm tired of living with a 24-year-old fucking toddler. I mean, how can we be in a serious relationship if you can't even take anything seriously?
Well, I'm sorry I've become such a burden on you.
Colleen sits on the couch and resumes typing.
Cole.
You're going to be late.
Marisol exits. Colleen begins moving all the props and furniture into the wings. She mumbles bits of monologue to herself as she works, trying to memorize the words. It is awkward and strenuous. It takes as long as it has to take. At the end, Colleen stands alone in the middle of a bare stage, still wearing only a t-shirt. A spotlight finds her. It's bright, almost blinding. A high-pitched ringing starts low and grows. Colleen winces and blinks hard against the light. She rehearses, flat, unfunny.
24 years ago, after 16 hours of labor, Jody Turner squeezed a 9.8-pound human sausage link. A 9.8-pound baby Michelin... Man, fuck! Fuck! Why do I suck at this? Why am I ruining everything for something I'm not even good at?
Colleen starts to hyperventilate as the high-pitched ringing reaches its peak. She sees the audience and everything stops.
Just tell me I'm good. Like, laugh at me. Tell me I'm funny. Just like me. Like me. Like me.
Blackout.
Nowadays, lights come up on the stage of the comedy bar. Colleen, fully dressed with her stool, her mic stand, and her beer, stands center.
So at this point, my life philosophy has become prepare for the worst and know that it will still inevitably get worse than that. My mother, Jody Turner, who we previously mentioned as the 16-hour vagina-giving squeezer of life, is not a fan of that philosophy. But I'm like, that's comedy.
The lights start to shift, but don't fully change, as if Colleen is pushing the voices away.
You're gonna be late.
It isn't made for happy people. If it was, then, like, what would be the point?
You're going to be late.
If jokes had happy endings, they wouldn't be jokes. They would just be stories.
You're going to be late.
Like, two girls walk into a bar, fall in love, and live happily ever after.
Silence. She didn't mean to say that. Colleen sits on the edge of the stage and considers the audience for a long, quiet moment. She's lost the words she planned to say, so instead she just starts talking to them.
Want to know why I started this whole comedy thing? Well, partially because my mother told me not to, but mostly because I needed laughter. Yeah, I needed laughter like some people need to be loved, like breathing and eating. I needed laughter to survive and to cope with the daily tragedy that is living. But I don't want to need it anymore. And let's be honest, I'm not actually funny. And I don't say that to be humble or whatever. It's just a fact. Now you're all like, well, that took a turn. Yeah. I want to thank you for listening and for laughing, sort of. And, good night.
The spotlight goes off. The bar slides on stage, but time stays the same. There is no going back from here. Colleen crosses to the bar and sits at the end. She drinks from a second beer. After a long moment, Marisol enters.
I'll never understand how you drink that crap.
Of all the gin joints in all the world.
All the towns.
What?
It's in all the towns in all the world.
The same thing.
No, it's very clearly.
But it doesn't matter. Why are you here?
I wanted to watch your show.
Why?
I don't know. I miss you. I see you went with the sausage.
Yep, I did.
I'm sorry.
For what? The sausage bit worked great.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, well, it's in the past.
Okay. How's Jody's couch?
Condescending.
Well, you could come back.
No, I can't.
Couples fight, okay? We'll figure this out.
Isn't just a fight.
That doesn't mean you pack up all of your shit and move back in with your mother.
Okay,
I wasn't even home, Cole. What was I supposed to think? We're supposed to be partners. We're supposed to decide these things together.
Oh, like how we decided that your career was more important than
That
mine.
is not what I said.
Oh, no, that's right. You said that I'm a fucking disaster. And let me see if I remember. A 24-year-old toddler? I'm sorry that I don't want to be a fucking office administrator and go to brunch until my brain bleeds through my eye sockets out of boredom. You know, I always imagined something just slightly more glamorous than that.
Now you're just being mean.
No. I'm just being honest. That's what you want, isn't it? Come on, let's talk about this together. Let's talk about what a giant fucking failure you think I am.
I do not think you're a failure.
Could have fooled me.
Colleen.
No! You ruined the one thing I loved.
No, Cole, you did that all on your own.
Marisol exits. Colleen finishes her drink and picks up another. She stands and walks to the mic. She taps on it and listens to the echo. The house lights slowly start to come up as Colleen delivers her final monologue.
Want to hear a joke? My love life, but the crowd goes wild. So a girl walks into a bar and ruins the best thing she's ever had. And for what? For you? Empty bar. For the punchline? I'm the one who got sucker punched. Or maybe I'm just a sucker. Knock, knock. This is the part where you say, "Who's there?" Olive. Olive who?
Before she can finish the joke, the host walks on stage to take the mic away.
Done with this?
Yeah.
The host takes the mic stand away and Colleen stands there looking out into nothingness. Blackout. End of play.
All right. And that is all that we have for you today. I want to thank you guys all for coming. I want to thank especially Nicole and Maddie. Thank you guys so much for all of your hard work. So everybody that is watching on the YouTube live stream, you can head on down to the description and there should be a Google form with that says feedback form, and you can go there, you can fill it out. It'll have a place where you can put things for the designers and for the playwright. Thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate every single one of you for watching and all of the endless support that you give all of us. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the meeting, but thank you guys so much. And yeah, that's it. Bye.